Hey, it's Scarlet Ayliz, and you're watching The Music Enthusiast.
Hey guys, it's Gracie from The Music Enthusiast, and today I'm here with Scarlet Ayliz. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's so great to be talking to you today.
Yes, ditto.
Getting into the questions, what made you want to get into music?
I've always been into music ever since I was really small, and I think that the reasoning behind that is more spiritual, quote unquote, than anything. My mom was a singer, but she never pursued the arts because she had stage fright. So when she was pregnant with me, she used to play music um, for me with little headphones and stuff like that. And I just kind of came out like singing before I could speak. My grandma, who was sitting over there watching me have this interview, would always tell me that I would wake up every morning singing my Spanish ABC. So I don't really think there's a moment that I knew I wanted to be into music. It just kind of always was like second nature to me.
hmm I mean, obviously you've loved music for a long time. Do you have a favorite musical memory?
My favorite musical memory. Let me think, because there's a lot of good musical stories I have. It would probably be when there's two of them. Can I say two?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you. The first one would be when I was with my band for the first time. Ever since I was little, I had this infatuation with rock music because my grandpa used to play a lot of rock for me. I always wanted to be in a band. I got with a band finally when I was in 10th grade, and we had a 3 hour set, I think. It was like either an hour or 3 hours. It was
Wow.
very long. It was my first gig ever, and we were just so in sync. So that was one of my favorite moments. And the second one was about a year and a half later when I was first getting into the entertainment industry and had my first recording session in a professional booth. Because I've been recording demos here and there, but this was like a step up. And I just remember feeling in that moment like I just went for it and it felt good because then the song came out amazing and I got to meet a lot of amazing people and it just showed me that I can do it and it really validated me.
What has it been like for you kind of starting out in the music industry?
It's it's been kind of hard, like, finding the right people to get with. You meet a lot of people that say that they can do this and that, and in reality they can't. You meet a lot of people that want to, but they're preoccupied with this. So it was a bit hard getting with the right people, but once I found them, it just shot up from there. It's only been like it's going to be like a year and a half now that I've been with my current management company. We have so much done and we're in the process of creating so many different things. So it's fortunately for me, I've had a very easy experience once I got with the right people.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that the industry is very competitive. Have you experienced that side of it yet?
I've I've experienced a bit of competition even before I was in the industry. Music as a whole is a very competitive let's say profession.
Yeah.
I was on American Idol for a period of time. I just went to the audition rounds because I was scouted and I just wanted to, just see how it went and I got in. But it was very competitive there. It's like it's like there's fire in people's eyes because this is something that a lot of people want to do. But I tend to stay away from competition, especially person to person, because it makes me kind of uncomfortable. And
hmm
I just don't like competing with people. I think it's kind of weird. So
Yeah.
I just stay in my own lane, and I think that's what's worked out for me the best. I focus on myself.
Well, that's good. It's good to focus on yourself.
Thank you.
Talking more about your music, how do you tend to find inspiration for your songs?
I get into a period of high emotions, or it happens when I'm reading and writing. I'm also an author, so I like to delve into different types of character dynamics and stuff like that and do world building and all that stuff. So when I find something that I really like and I get to know the personalities of characters, I'll write songs. So a lot of it is me fascinating about things and me imagining things. And part of it is if I'm personally involved with something. And I think once everyone hears my music, they'll definitely be able to tell the difference between me imagining something and me actually going through something because it comes off a lot heavier.
hmm I mean, for you, being both a writer and a singer, do you have one that you tend to prefer doing?
Not really. I think writing is safer. There's a lot less risk of vocal damage, and you can still be in the studio creating and cutting demos and make a livable wage. So I think in reality, writing is a lot safer of a profession, but I really love being on stage and I love to sing, and it's just something that I've always been working at. So I can't really pick between the two because one of them is more of like a fairy tale and the other one's more realistic, and I like both.
I mean, with COVID going on, you obviously haven't been able to do live concerts. Is there a certain aspect that you miss the most?
No, not really. Before this, I really started getting my socials rolling and starting to build a bit of a fan base during COVID. So before that, there weren't really people showing up to see my shows. Like now might be a different story because I've been able to get from like 100 to 20,000 followers like all on my own on my TikTok. So I guess I'm a bit excited to go out and see what the world has in store for me and to see if people are really going to like my stuff. But there's something no, I'm good.
That's good. I mean, I'm excited to see what the future holds for you once COVID is all over.
Thank you.
Talking more about your music again, have you seen a change in your music from when you started versus now?
Definitely. In a lot of the writing sessions that I've been in, I've learned a lot more about marketability and keeping things cohesive and well strung together. My writing has gone from a lot more in depth and something that you really would have to sit down and think about to something that's more understandable for everybody else. So I think my writing I can reach more genres now.
Yeah. This is more of a fun question for you, but if you could describe yourself and your music in 2 to 3 words, what do you think they would be?
I would say eclectic. I would say out of the box, and I would say a tad bit mature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a reasoning for any of those? Or is it just like what you feel is right?
I say eclectic because I like to touch a lot of different genres and a lot of different instrumentation within my music, and I like to compose my music in different ways. So there'll be some songs I want to do with a live band, and there'll be other songs that I would just want to work with a producer and create a track from the ground up. Out of the box, I'm out of the box. Like I don't feel like my music is very similar to anyone else's, and I'm very proud of that. And mature, I'm gonna say, is just because I tend to write about themes that are a bit beyond 17 years old, but that's also just my life has been in a different direction than most people my age. So I tend to write about things like death.
Yeah. I mean, your songs are great, so it's working great for you.
Thank you.
No problem. Talking more about your future, do you have any future collaborations you would want to have?
There's I just added on the third the other day because I was listening to his music and I was like, wait a minute. The first is with Beyonce. That is my idol. I look up to her immensely. Her vocal technique and control is out of this world. And I know people say, she's the queen, but I still think she's slept on because I don't think people really understand how good this woman is until they try to sing her music. And then they're like, I can't. The second collaboration I would want is with BTS. I'm in love with them. I think they're so amazing. I think their work ethic is awesome. I like people with good work ethic. And the third is Rule. His music just slaps. It's really good. It's especially the type of music that I like to listen to in the car. And if I can't listen to it in the car, then it's a no-go for me.
Those are all good collaborations that I would love to see happen for you.
Thank you.
Talking about other artists, do you have a favorite song at the moment?
At the moment, as of this day, right now, it would have to be by Rule, As Long As You Care. Yeah.
That's a good song.
It's stuck in my head 24/7. I can't get it out.
That's a mood. My last question for you. Our website is all about up and coming artists. Do you have anyone that you have your eye on that you would want to recommend to others?
Okay, give me a second because I really have to think.
Okay.
Have to think. I'm gonna have to say this is someone who I've known for a pretty long time and one of the first people that I collaborated with in the industry. I'm gonna have to say Coswell. He's got like 1 million followers on TikTok and his music is catchy. So I'm gonna have to say him. He's the boy.
Yeah, we'll
He's
definitely check him out after this interview. Thank you so much for doing this interview. It was so great to talk to you and get to know you better.
Thanks for having me. I was really excited to do this. Thank you.